Hello, I'm Andi Singh, and I'm going to predict the month of November for you, who is a monkey. Now, I'm going to pull three cards, and the first card which I pull will have to do with your romance, your marriage areas, and your general love areas, which include the family. So let's pull a card. This is a card which shows a lot of conflict. So, in your romance areas, the month of November is going to produce a lot of conflict, a lot of aggressive approaches, a lot of arguments that lead to fights. And that is a recipe for your romance to break down. And it can break down very easily in the first 19 or 20 days of November. I also worry with this card that you may be attracted to a partner, a romantic partner, in the month of November. It's very possible. And you'll find that the partner is very aggressive in his or her approach. Get out of it quickly, otherwise you're going to be captivated, and then you're going to be with a partner who only brings conflict, either in the words that he or she uses, or in the approach or the actions that she or he has. So it's a difficult period for you. The last 11 or 12 days are even worse. They produce the danger of a break up in your romance area. Differences are very high. Arguments are non-stop. Opposition comes very readily from you or from your romantic partner. And if you're not careful, the first 18 or 19 days of dissatisfaction will show that the last 12 or 13 days will be the period of having had enough, either from your side or from your romantic partner's side. To avoid this, of course it's possible. And you, the monkey, are a person who causes a lot of mischief in the way you say things and do things. So take the soft approach in the words you use and in your actions. Let's go to your marriage area. The problems are just the same. Aggressiveness, the approach is very provocative, difficulties in understanding each other, the approach is not accepted either from you or from your marriage partner. The financial issues are also contributing to a headache. So the first 19 or 20 days of November in your marriage area are very explosive. Difficulties can be difficult to control, and therefore a breaking point can be very near. And your last 12 or 13 days will contribute to a breakdown, which can be separation. So watch out that the situations of the first 18 or 19 days will contribute to the last 12 days or so to become very, very bad. The card also shows that after that, if you allow this to happen, it will take a long time for healing. So treat this month of November very seriously, as saying that for you, the monkey, things can get really very, very bad. Let's now go to the next card I'm going to pull, and that card I pull will be in relation to your career, business, or financial situation. It's a card of judgment. Now, it's not a bad card, but it says that you are handicapped in career. You are not happy, but you cannot move elsewhere because probably there is no offer made to you. So it's a very, very difficult first 18 days of November, unhappy in your career areas. If you want to keep the job, you'll have to work much, much harder, firstly, and not show an aggressive tendency, not use words which are rude, and not be provocative. Otherwise, you can lose a job in the first 18 or 19 days of November because you attract a lot of opposition. The last 12 or 13 days of November are even worse, where your superiors are now also against you. And whatever you do, the blame comes very readily. Don't argue. Listen to what's being said to you. Listen to advice. or you're going to find that the last 12 or 13 days in your career become worse. The card shows that you are trapped. Trapped in the sense that you have to stay where you are because offers made to you either are not good enough or there are no offers made for you. So try to remain where you are because you may be forced to, and don't make too many enemies. If you are in business, this card warns you about taking on contracts which you will find becoming a burden and not being able to satisfy the person who gave you the contract. Also, it shows that you are handicapped and that you may take contracts which are not easily manageable or too big for you. Why? Because the period in November for the first 18 or 19 days show that you are very daring in your approach and you make promises which are not going to be easily workable. And that's because you are hungry and you want the contracts and you go after them helter-skelter, not caring whether your promises mean anything or not. Your last 12 or 13 days of November in business are going to be very tough. The people who gave you contracts turn against you. The difficulties from government departments are also seen. So maybe some things about your plans that you submitted to them are not in order. Finances going to be a big issue and a big headache for you in the last 12 or 13 days. So it's important during the first 12 or during the first 18 or 19 days that if you find that the contract is going to be troublesome, well, don't take it. Don't be greedy. Otherwise, the last 13 or 12 days are going to teach you a lesson where money is going out freely and not coming in. I'm going to pull a third card for you, and that's got to do with your health. So let's pull it. All right. Here it says, your card says that blood pressure is going to be a big problem. It can be very high or very low depending on what day you are born. Also, your financial situation is contributing to your health issues getting worse. And also stress and anxiety is going to be very high. So problems regarding your stomach or your blood pressure, or if you're a woman, I'm also worried of the ovarian areas about you or the womb and breast areas. If any symptoms show up, go and get advice from a specialist. If you're a man, it's got to do with your glands as well. And the glands I'm worried about could be the prostate or could be your thyroid gland that's contributing to a lot of stress and anger coming up. So your health areas are becoming a victim regarding financial pressure, regarding marriage pressure, and regarding romance pressure. It's not easy to get out of this pressure, I agree, but you need to calm yourself down and look for solutions in all three areas. Otherwise, the last 12 or 13 days of November, I can even see a danger of being hospitalized because signals are shown here, and that recovery may be not so quick after that. Okay? I'm a Kabbalistic astrologer who is very serious about palmistry, and also I use tarot cards for my clients. Google me for more information. Go to Facebook and look me up and ask to be added on, and I will. And so we can communicate freely through Facebook, and you can ask me all the questions you want, and I will tell you how to go about making an appointment to see me one day. It was a pleasure talking to you, the monkey. You are from the family of the monkeys. Very clever people. Try not to be too clever in the month of November. Best of luck for November, and goodbye.